What's going on, guys? Zune here. So a couple of days ago we got the release of a Kingdom Divided quest, and upon its completion you are granted access to the reworked Arceuss Spellbook, which now holds a bunch of really cool spells that I'd like to check out in the next couple of videos. So the first one that I want to check out is called Shadow Veil, and it requires level 47 magic to cast, and the runes that you need are 5 earth, 5 fire, and 5 cosmic runes. The spell itself gives you a 15% chance to avoid being stunned and damaged while pickpocketing NPCs, and this effect actually stacks with the dodgy necklace, which means that while under the effect of this spell, along with having the dodgy necklace equipped, you have a 40% chance to not be stunned while pickpocketing, which is pretty cool. So this effect is going to last based on your magic level. For each magic level, you get 0.6 seconds. In my case, I'm level 89 magic, and the effect lasts for 53 seconds. But what's actually kind of awkward is the fact that you can recast this spell after 30 seconds for some reason. In my opinion, Jagex should just update it so that you could recast the spell after the effect is over. But whatever. On the screen right now are the spell costs depending on what type of runes and gear you want to use. In my case, I used a smoke battle staff with earth and cosmic runes in my inventory. I think the cost came out to about 630 GP, and the lowest you can go is using an earth staff along with the Tome of Fire. So I decided to test this spell on 3 high-level thieving NPCs, the TzHaar, Elves, and Vyres. And I tested all 3 NPCs out for 20 minutes. I did 10 minutes without using the spell and 10 minutes with using the spell, and I used the same gear in both scenarios, except that I didn't bring the smoke battle staff while I was doing it without the spell. In any case, I used a full rogue's outfit with a dodgy necklace and my virgin rune crafting cape. Anyways, the first location that I visited was Darkmire, where I pickpocketed Vyres, and without the spell, I used 25 dodgy necklace charges. I did 100 pickpockets, which came out to be 50k, and I got 32.5k XP. By the way, the rubies that I got did not show up on the RuneLite loot tracker because they went straight to the gem bag. Now with the spell, I used 20 dodgy necklace charges. I did 121 pickpockets, which came out to 76k, and I got 39k thieving XP. And I also got 4.3k magic XP. For that, I used 80 cosmic and earth runes, which came out to be 10,000 GP. So you can definitely see an increase in the amount of pickpockets that I did in these 10 minutes with using the spell as to without using the spell. Is it worth it? In my opinion, yes, because you want to maximize the amount of pickpockets that you get per hour. And if you get stunned less, that means that you make more money, you get more XP, and you use less supplies. And 10k for 10 minutes really isn't so bad. Also, I casted the spell every 30 seconds. Not every 54 seconds, so the cost of the runes should be lower, but I didn't know what I was doing, and I thought that the spell would be on cooldown for 54 seconds, but it wasn't, it's only for 30. Anyways, the next NPC that I did was Elves and Prifddinas, and without using the spell, I used 2 dodgy necklaces, so 20 charges. I did 90 pickpockets, and that came out to be 62k GP, and I got 32.5k XP. With using the spell, I also used 2 dodgy necklaces, which means 20 charges, and I only did 93 pickpockets, which came out to 60k GP. Also, the coins in the RuneLite tracker are not accurate because it doesn't include the coin pouch money. I went through 75 cosmic and earth runes, which came out to 9.5k. So you can see that it's barely an increase in pickpockets, and I have no idea why, because I actually decided to repeat this process 3 more times, and in all 3 I barely got an increase in the amount of pickpockets that I did in these 10 minutes. So I have no idea what's up with elves, but for some reason this spell doesn't work on them, or maybe it's just my luck, because a lot of this does come down to RNG after all. The last NPC that I wanted to check out were the TzHaar, and without using the spell, I used 13 necklace charges, which means that I used 1 dodgy necklace and about a third, and I did 255 pickpockets, which came out to be 33k. Again, the RuneLite loot tracker only shows the toggle that I got because the gems went straight to the gem bag. I also got 28k XP, which isn't too bad. but with this spell, I used 19 charges, which is 6 more than without the spell, and I did 295 pickpockets. The gems from that were 36k GP, and I got 2.3k Toggle, along with 32k thieving XP, which means I got 4k more in these 10 minutes. I went through 65 cosmic and earth runes, which come out to about 8k, and the reason why the amount of runes is so small is because I actually didn't cast it every 30 seconds here. But anyways, is this spell worth using? I already talked about it briefly earlier, but in my opinion, it definitely is. The cost of the spell isn't too bad. You just have to calculate how long the spell is going to last so that you don't cast it every 30 seconds, so that you minimize the amount of money that you're going to spend on this spell. Whenever I go back to pickpocketing Vyres, I am definitely going to use it, because 15% isn't too bad, except when it comes to elves. Anyways, I recently made a poll in the community tab on my YouTube channel asking you guys what are your first impressions of the Arceuss Spellbook Rework, and the majority of you said that you haven't done the quest yet. Now, I personally did the quest one day after its release, and there were already plenty of quest guides out there. None of them were on the level of a Slayer music quest guide, but nonetheless, I still managed to complete it, and it's roughly around like a 45-minute quest once Slayer music makes a guide, but for me it took me about 2 hours to do it. And there's a bunch of fights throughout the quest, but really only 2 of them are memorable. The first one reminds me of Galvac from Dragon Slayer 2. It's nowhere nearly as difficult, but those waves of fires just kind of reminded me of him. But yeah, you just need melee and run towards him and dodge all of the fires. It's pretty self-explanatory. As for the second fight, you just want to pray magic and avoid the little circles on the floor, and you should be good. The quest is really not that difficult, but after all, I am like 105 combat, but that's not even that good, so I wonder what the lowest level Kingdom Divided completion is possible. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in checking out some more spells from the Arceuss Spellbook. So if you have any suggestions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. Also, let me know if you want to see a Shazian agility course video, because there's been a new agility course for low levels added in the Shazian region of TzHaar, but it's low level, so probably you don't want to see it. But if you do, make sure to comment down below and I'll upload it tomorrow. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, a like would be greatly appreciated. You have no idea how much it helps out with the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel, we're almost at 3,000 subscribers. Join the Discord server, link will be in the description. And other than that, I hope you have a wonderful day.